Super excited to not only be here in Alaska again, a place that I've fallen in love with, but just this crew that I'm with. Couldn't be more excited to be here chasing mountain goats and do it with this group of guys. I made a plan, kind of a promise to myself I'd do it when I was 40, and I'm 38, so I'm early. It's exciting to deal with all the travel and all the logistics and months of anticipation and planning. Finally be here. How much on this hunt is not necessarily about finding a goat, but finding a goat that is killable and retrievable. Because some of these goats we've been looking at are just pretty untouchable. Kind of really when I started even like Western hunting and started elk hunting, being from Missouri and from the Midwest, I just at one point got tired of thinking about doing something and dreaming about doing something and just committed to do it. The mountains have always appealed to me, and hunting in the mountains in Alaska is a natural extension of that. And this trip in particular is something that I've wanted to do because of mountain goats, and it's about the animal, but it's about the place. It's about what goat country is and where it takes you. And part of this trip is testing a new pack that we've been working on for a couple of years now at this point. It's gone through a bunch of generations and iterations of prototypes, and as this hunt is going on for me, there's also 100+ guys out there testing these packs that we'll be releasing in 2023. So it was kind of a cool way for me to personally fulfill something and professionally tie that into what we're doing with Exo.
Challenging backpack style hunts is what I've always been drawn to, and that's probably the primary reason that I choose to mostly guide for Dall sheep, mountain goats, chasing ridge lines and being up in the alpine, so it's been a good fit.
True Alaska fashion like this compared to a stateside goat is just like, think you're in good shape, and then you come here and you're fighting devil's club and it's whacking you in the knee, and there can be times where it's not enjoyable moving around this country.
Got dropped off. Tyler and Mark are waiting. Whereas normally a beach and a place to land the boat, there's flooded timber. So feels, coastal Jurassic Park rainforest. And cloud line was pretty low coming in. Definitely didn't see any of the peaks we want to be hunting on. So we'll see if that blows over or burns off, and hopefully get some visibility, but we definitely have quite a bit of work before we can get up to that point anyway.
That one's still tickling.
You handled it?
He's like latched on in my little football.
There's a goat up here at 1,300 yards. We're gonna go take a closer look. The goat we've been glassing is about 1,000 yards that way, so it'll be nice to compare them within a few minutes of each other and just kind of contrast size. This one has a really good length, but not great mass. Go see what this guy looks like. Walked away from some goats. Maybe it was a mistake, maybe not. Hooked back around, hoping to get into a new basin tomorrow. Finding camp, however, has been very difficult. And it's dark in a half hour. Most of the flat stuff we can find, which is hardly nothing, is full of water. So, not a bad spot. View is acceptable. First full morning, had a great night last night. It's insanely scenic camp. Passed that billy yesterday, not passed in terms of shot opportunity, but decided not to approach him and come over here, work our way this way to see some new country that not even Mark, the guide's ever been to. So just kind of exploring, not opposed to going back to where we were yesterday and seeing that billy more. I wish I would have been able to see him more body size. He was bedded most of the time. There's a weather system supposed to be coming in tomorrow, so today's a good window to make something happen without riding out a whole bunch of mess.
I'd be curious if it's all going to be these sheer rock faces.
Yeah.
So that bench down this way looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's not appealing to lose elevation, but it looks more traversable.
We're gonna come around the corner. There's gonna be one right here.
We're out of above us, like on that face, but yeah, it could be somewhere.
Hopefully he'll get up and do some moving around.
That's a heck of a spot.
Give us a few. Yeah, I know. It's like, how are we gonna get there?
It looks like two separate pairs of billies, which would be interesting. It's a long way down and across
100%.
the canyon to loop around the bowls. A no-go. So, more goats that are pretty inaccessible. Just realizing how big this country is, and then what looks from here to be navigable
Right.
versus once you're in it.
Yeah.
It'd be a hell of an investment.
Yeah, it would.
I hope we're not backtracking this. Getting up to a glacier, seeing if we can get across. May all be for nothing.
I got that forecast.
And
Tomorrow, 90% chance rain.
I have two billies over here on this side. We'd have to drop and traverse a glacier to hook around and get to them, which may or may not be doable. We can't tell from here. A huge factor is weather. So today's gorgeous. If we had a bunch of time, it would change things, but tomorrow is looking like multiple inches of rain, potentially some high winds, and since we're all the way up top, we don't want to be too exposed camp-wise. So trying to debate what we can access today, where we could find camp tonight, and maybe ride out a storm, with or without a billy.
Manny kid. 75 yards.
There's a ton of goats in here. Different groups like nannies and kids, solo nannies up high, middle, mountain. There's the billy from last night. He's quite far on the other side though, so it's like 1,300 yards right now. A lot of country between him and us. see if we can put a game plan together. I think we decided to pull the plug on this spot. Weather's coming in. Don't know if it's going to be huntable the next 2 days, so we could stay up here and sit in a tent for 2 days. This country's, we have located a lot of goats, but it's super tough to hunt, so I don't know what we're going to be able to do for 2 days. And my preference is to move simply because we can see more country and hopefully be a bit more active and not sitting in a tent. That's not what I came here to do. So we'll see what happens. We have 4,000 feet to lose tonight to get back to the water before dark in 3 hours.
What did you see in the weather? Any chance of a break tomorrow? It's like afternoon, evening, heaviest rain activity it looked like. I'm ready for a good Roadhouse burger though.
The kind of on and off rain, consistent moisture is what I expected, Mark, but the fact that there's been multiple systems rolling through, dumping multiple inches of rain is not what I expected. Is that pretty abnormal?
Yeah, for this northern panhandle area, it is abnormal this time of year. I certainly haven't seen this much rain this consistently.
1792.
Just down the road, like half mile from our driveway here, they were saying flood advisory. So, and they're painting the picture that it's like pretty likely. Like it seems like not just a chance. It seems reasonably likely with the data that they have. If it does flood, hopefully it doesn't last too long. And even if there's flooding aside, there's the mudslide potential.
You said earlier, most of your trips, most of your hunts, like you get 80% of the days are huntable days, but right now we've been 50-50. Looks like that's continuing.
I think we're behind.
We're behind 50-50 currently. Yeah.
We're like 30%.
Yeah, we've had 2 hunting days and 4 non-huntable days. Think about it, I left last Saturday, so I left a week ago from home, and I've hunted 2 days. So I'm a bit anxious to continue to hunt, so.
We are headed back to base camp because the road is blocked. So we'll wait it out, give it an hour or two probably, and come back and check if the slide's cleared, if we can get through.
Thursday, Friday, a lot of rain, 0 visibility. We were hoping to be out first thing this morning, but basically in the last 2 days there was so much rain, had massive landslide, closed all access. Couldn't basically get away from our base camp, so This is the third time we've tried to leave base camp today to come hunting. I guess third time's the charm. So instead of starting at 7:30 this morning, we're starting at 2-something p.m. But at least we're hunting. Weather should be pretty good for the rest of today. I don't know that we'll get any huntable time in, but we'll have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to get it done. So we're gonna set up camp. We have an hour and a half-ish of daylight, so throw some tents up real quick. Use what little light we have left. Hopefully find some goats and make it an exciting evening and anticipation for the morning. So just gotta keep climbing and pop over this edge. Definitely looks like goat country. We haven't spotted anything from this vantage point, but we're kind of waiting until the morning to really push into it. I think we'll get a bit higher and end around, but as usual, gorgeous country. It's good to be out of the brush and into the alpine just a touch. So super excited for tomorrow and exploring all this. Just over the edge that way, if we get in that flat spot. Definitely got that clean coat you were talking about, Tyler. Do my gut won't scope it at all. My gut says nanny. Yeah, I can try and pop it on.
When we get up and around this, try to look back at the stuff underneath us, if there's anything else in there. About 275. Good country. I think so. I think so, but we gotta figure out if there's more. Creep our way this way. Nanny.
Nanny. I feel like all day we've been in country, we can only see little bits of it, so we're dropping down to circle around to basically look back up into that country she was in and see if we can spot some more goats. It's been a windy, foggy afternoon. Had a pretty exciting encounter that we thought was maybe shot opportunity on a billy. Ended up being a nanny. Seen a ton of brown bear, sow cubs. Saw a boar that then chased those sow cubs. He was within like 125 yards of us. And then just this evening we were working down to this spot to camp. We saw a group of 9 goats total. Nannies and kids with one young billy, maybe 3. Plan in the morning is to get into a new bowl. The goats really seem to be a little bit lower and like south facing slopes, so get into the new bowl and try and hunt it and see if we can turn up something new. On the other side of the new bowl, last night we saw 2 goats. Not sure if they were billies, looked like they could have been, but we were miles away through the scope, so just keep covering country. 2 full days after today.
Pick our way down that way.
Been sitting behind this rock for like 3.5 hours. 0 visibility. It's been cold and windy. We've been wearing everything we have. Not a great way to spend one of the last days hunting with 0 visibility, but that's kind of been the theme of the trip, is getting our butts kicked by weather. So we're gonna try and get a little bit higher. There's a big saddle just a few hundred feet vertical wise above us. Puts us in a position to almost see into 3 different bowls if we ever get some visibility, which may not be till tomorrow. So we don't have much time. I've got tonight, maybe with no visibility, and then hopefully tomorrow morning spot something from the top and make a play. Last ditch effort. Maybe the last day cliche. We'll see. I like killing on the morning of the last day.
If you say so.
I also like killing on that first day.
I still don't regret
No,
passing
it's
that
more.
Billy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to
Don't
regret
regret
it now, but with the information I had at the time, I don't regret making that decision.
Maybe it's better to sit tight and kind of stay at the ready if we do get a little clarity yet tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought of
Just
even
throw up our
like,
tents back there.
yeah, and then that way if there's clarity, we'll just run and we can't be back late or everything's already set versus scrambling to set it late.
Mm-hmm.
We've been sitting in this all day, 0 visibility. Everybody's a little amped up. So, yeah, today's hunting day was a lot of sitting around. It was gorgeous this morning, and then the ceiling just dropped, and we've just been been in clouds all day. So, we'll just get one in the morning, pack it out. It'll work. He was, I can't say what he was doing behind you. Just crawled out of the tents. It's obviously a gorgeous morning. We were in the clouds all evening last night. Had no idea what these surroundings actually looked like, but last morning, can't say we could be in a better spot to hopefully find something that's at least reachable. We can see quite a bit of country from up here, so just a matter of getting camp picked up, picking this country apart, and hopefully locating a billy that we can get in range on. But can't complain about waking up here this morning. Goat. Goat down here. Tyler. Something interesting, huh? Can't quite make it out in this light, but no. It's promising. Seeing goats.
I mean, that one sure looks like a billy. It's moved up and over into the cliffs.
Yeah, that cliff. My gut would be, and I'm not saying this is what we have to do with my hunt, but my gut would be, if we know this is a billy, we go. We can keep tabs on him a little bit easier.
It's
Rather
time,
than-
it's time to stop leaving goats to find goats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's not stick around no more.
I like his body.
I like his body. Just in it for his body.
So slower going than we hoped, but we're making a play and just realizing we're fully committed. Whether we get in range on or not on these goats, like the way that we're covering this country, we're gonna have to come out way far away from where we went in and probably be hitchhiking tonight to get back to the truck, which is way that way. We're going way this way. So it's gonna be a fun, interesting last day, no matter what happens.
Should we either just drop the packs? We're barely exposed. Should we drop the packs here and just go straight for that? You go ahead next.
Is that the Billy?
Nope. I can't see the Billy. She's blocking him. You think that's him behind her though?
Maybe. I can't tell because I just see the tips.
Yeah, I see a tip of a horn.
Yeah. Nanny. Both nannies there.
Thinking I was really comfortable behind the rifle. Just can't make it a Billy.
I mean, we could try just walking at them and maybe we'll wind up with a shot as they head for the Nar.
If they tuck into a security spot, maybe even if you get a shot, it's just a face that, you know, you're not willing to risk recovery too. They're just in a perfect spot right now. Like we need to go get the packs either way.
Circle below the goats, up top. Spotted one. Not sure if it's Billy yet. Just trying to get in the spotter. This little nasty slide getting over here. Super hot in the whites. Second opinion. Second opinion.
It's a Billy.
That's
It's a Billy.
It's Billy. He just turned his head. Sweet.
Look,
Here he is.
do you want to maybe like one of us, like maybe you just go scout it out? Or
See if it looks
try and
doable.
get 4 guys up there making a bunch of noise.
Yeah, we can do that. From where we were, he was like, this is a chute here. It's like, just right on the other side of it. That's him. Looks like a rock. Close to the skyline. Oh, I got it. He's just facing me. Wrong shot. Do you feel like you can slip it left of his chin there, Mark?
That's what I was looking at.
Into his chest. Do you need me to brace your feet?
Going hot.
Okay. Reload. Hold fire a minute.
Can I go?
Hold right of his face and the shoulder there on his left shoulder. Good hit. Give him one more for good measure in the left. Let's keep him there.
No! Hang on, boy.
I don't know if he would have stayed there if we didn't shoot.
Whew. What a week.
How do you feel, homie?
Hard to put into words. When I didn't think this was going to happen, the hardest thing that I had to grasp with was not that I didn't get a goat, but that so many people gave so much for me to have this opportunity, and I wanted it to come together to make all that worth it. So you guys, day 9, I think, probably done a little bit more vert than most hunts.
Yeah, for sure.
A little more searching. Yeah, my family. Anytime I leave, I don't want to come home empty-handed if possible. Steve, for letting me come on this hunt. I mean, there's just, yeah, it sounds so cliche, but I just want to rattle off all the thank yous. But it's just a humbling experience to be in this country, to chase these special animals, and to have people sacrifice to make it happen for me. So, wow.
Congrats.
Dude, thank you.
That was awesome. Unreal. Unfreaking real.
Talk about down to the wire. Holy cow.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a long night.
it's gonna be a long night. We'll try to get him taken care of and bail off this sucker the opposite direction. Our transportation's over there.
Way over there.
We're gonna go here. I don't know.
Took a long time, yet it happened fast in the end, but super thrilled to get my hands on a billy. To me, this is just a trophy not for the animal, but to remember the experience with these guys. So really excited to be going home with this goat. We'll cherish it, and this has truly been an adventure of a lifetime that I'll remember forever. And this will be part of it for sure.
It's become a tradition, a little bighorn.
Cheers. Now to share with the man behind the camera.